forget anything. I only have about 4 or 5 pages. It's only going to take about an hour and a half. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh yeah. It says, good afternoon. I am Joe Mendez. A Ballad of Bulge survived. I was attached to the 35th Infantry Division, which was a bastard outfit. They only used us to back up the infantry of the French, English, and the United States. If they needed help, they always needed help. Our unit landed at Le Havre, as most of us did, in the coldest November on record. We were loaded on trucks and shipped right to the Belgian front lines. When we arrived in a place overlooking the valley, it was December, and the temperature was 1 degree. We were replacing a squad that had lost men and needed replacements badly. Upon arrival, we were assigned to a squad leader. 2 other men joined us. We asked, when is the rest of the squad arriving? The reply was, this is it. Next, there were 2 of us who were assigned to watch from a foxhole. When our replacements came to relieve us, my partner and I could not get out of the foxhole. We had frozen our feet. The replacement squad lifted us out of the foxhole and took us by truck to the first aid station. There the medics put us on cots and thawed out our legs and feet. We were then shipped back to the front with the English troops. We were assigned to hold as the SS troops came and keep them from retaking the area we had already recovered. We stayed with them, holding the enemy back. While with the English, I again had my feet frozen. This is the second of the 3 times I would get frostbite. At the aid station that the English set up, I was again treated. I was thawed out and was getting ready to go back to the front, and the medic asked if the flak jacket I was wearing was all I had. My answer was yes. He handed me an alpaca lining coat that was lined with fur. It came almost to my knees. He said it came from an English soldier who would not need it anymore. He had died. He had frozen on the battlefield when he got shot and could not be rescued. I was grateful for the warm coat. Again, the trucks carried me to the front line, this time with the French. We again stampeded Hitler's and his SS troops. Next, we were sent back by truck to help General Patton. You all remember General Patton. He had the tanks. Well, the infantry soldiers marched on both sides of the general's tanks, facing Berlin and the Germans. Each tank had 2 soldiers protecting it from any German infantry soldiers. Now we were in the final push to Berlin. During our advance, we came to a prison war camp. The people we freed were nothing but bones. We could not hold back the tears after seeing them and knowing what they had gone through. We kept advancing on Berlin. We were starting to get hundreds of Wehrmacht soldiers who just wanted to give up to us. We would encounter a group of them and they would hold their rifles over their heads, then threw them to the ground and surrendered. We sent them back to the rear to expect hundreds of soldiers. And we kept going. Finally, we came to the Elbe River, where we were to hold that, and the Russian soldiers were to enter Berlin. We should stand down. Now, the Russian soldiers went into Berlin, and the SS and the Wehrmacht were afraid they were going to die. So rather than do that, they came to us and surrendered. Again, we had swarms of Wehrmacht soldiers and SS troops coming to the Elbe River, throwing their rifles in the river. As a result, we had a mass of prisoners, and again sent them to the rear. As our war in Europe came to an end, we were sent back to Le Havre, where we set up town officials as we got things back in place for the people. We were assigned to a ship to come home. Halfway home, we noticed that our ship had turned. We asked, "What's up? Where are we going now?" The answer was Japan. Halfway there, we turned again. We asked, "What's up? Where are we going now?" They said, "We just dropped the atom bomb on Japan. We're going home." At last, thank the Lord, I am home at last. That was one hell of a war. And I don't like our children, we don't want them to go into war. I had two grandchildren, went to war. They came back, both of them disabled a little. And I don't want to see that again. I don't want any of our people, young ones especially, to have anything to do with something like we went through. And I hope we never do. And whenever anybody says, "Well, why don't we go and help this country or that country?" I say no. No, they started this stuff, and let them fight their own battles. We don't want our kids to go there and die for them. Because when we leave, they're gonna do the same thing over again. And we're gonna have to send more people over. No, we don't want that. That is the stupidest thing that we could do. Send our kids to die for somebody else that's gonna do the same thing again. And I hope that never